Ooh, if I could rid the world of one evil, what would it be? Definitely corruption within our government or my government within America. That's something that it's super popular. Like police brutality is so big right now in America, and I hate it because police are supposed to be our protectors. They're supposed to be the people that save us. And why is it that when my friends and I are walking down the street, the moment that we hear a police car, we get the chills, we get frightened. And like I remember, I've been a victim of police brutality when I was a kid. I was like 15 years old, and I got stereotyped. I got generalized when I was walking down the street, and someone accused me of committing a crime that I didn't even make. It's stupid, and I kind of wish it didn't exist. But hopefully, with the involvement of just America as a whole, after this presidency is kind of said and done, we'll have more time focusing on being positive and being helpful. Let's see. There's so many. I grew up watching cartoons. Let me see. I still watch cartoons, honestly. Favorite cartoon character has to be Cleveland Brown from Family Guy. I don't know why. He's so like funny and like giggly, even when he's not supposed to be. Like I love the Cleveland show. Every character on the Cleveland show was lit. If I have to name any childhood favorite cartoons, let me see. Probably Eddie from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Just because he was like the boss almost. Like he was just like the person who was like, he was super cool, he was smooth, he had his crew followed him wherever he went. They hung out in the cul-de-sac, which was super awesome. I always wanted a huge group of friends. Like I'm a military kid, so I never really lived around too many people. And if I did, I'd always move away from them. Like I wish I had a core friend group that I had longer than 10 years. I don't. But I have a best friend that I have longer than 12 years, and he's on the road with me on tour right now. So that's super awesome. Oh, yes, you asked the right type of question. Favorite game right now has to be Naruto. I think it's Shippuden Storm 4. I think that's what the name of the game is called. My friends and I, we played on tour all the time. Like that's all we play. I'm always the one who wins. They can never beat me. They try, but they can't. That game is just so dope. Like it's just such a cool game because I can't fight in real life, so I get to take out all of my frustration on my friends through the video game. And I'm unstoppable. So if anybody wants to play me against that game, we're probably gonna lose. I'm just being honest. Realest shit I ever wrote. All right. Moving on seems harder to do when the one that you love moves faster than you. Realest shit I've ever wrote. Why? Because for me, it always sucked trying to move from my past relationships when I saw that they were just so happy without me. I'm like, why? Like that, I feel like that just gives me this idea, like, did they even love me in the first place? Like, did they care about me? I have so many like exes who we couldn't even become friends because of that frustration of like, like, was that a lie? Like, were you not into me? I'm single right now. And I still think about it, like even my last ex, I'm like, I wonder if she was talking to somebody else while she was talking to me. Who knows? For me, the way that I kind of healed my broken heart was definitely finding a hobby that I loved. And mine was songwriting. Like I love songwriting, even though I wasn't that good. I wrote my first song in 2015 to get over my ex. I had just moved from New York to El Paso, Texas. I wrote this song called Saved. And that's a song that changed my life forever because I was like, you know what? I am over them. Now that I got this out of me, now that I'm not worried about them, I am over them. I mean, if you like working out is super cool. If you like playing sports, just find things that you love and separate yourself from anything that has to deal with them. Like anything that they were involved with that I'm just like, you know what? Just keep that. I'm not gonna be worried about that. And then focus that time on your friends. Like I spend a lot of time with my friends, and my friends are the ones who help me the most because they know me the most. And so whenever I'm upset, I always talk to them about whatever I'm going through, kind of taking out all of that energy from inside me and just throwing it away. I actually have never blocked any of my exes. I just don't look at their accounts. Sometimes I'll scroll and I'll see them. I'm like, oh fuck, like damn it. But it also reminds me just to kind of, acknowledge the good times that you had with them. You don't have to necessarily worry about the the things that happen, like the bad shit. Just worry about the positive and be like, you know what? I'm so much better without them. I don't gotta even worry about them. Social media is definitely the devil sometimes because it reminds you of just so much stuff that you don't have time to focus on positivity. But once I threw out all of that frustration, once I kind of got my sense of closure within my exes, we began a friendship, and we're super cool now. So the hard part for it, that shit is so dope. So the thing is, I was actually working on a song for my album that never came out, and I had just let the song be what it was. And one of the producers who was working on the song with me, they like screwed it up. They were like chopping it. They were working on it. They made this crazy beat, and they text me. They're like, "Yo, Kendrick heard the beat and he wants to cut to it." I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Oh, maybe it'll come out. Maybe it won't." He killed it. And every time I listen to it, I'm reminded of the fact that like my voice is on one of my favorite lyricists' song, which is super dope. I listened to that song on repeat. The first time I actually heard it, I was leaving a concert, and I had like checked my Twitter. I just saw my Twitter just going up. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I was like, whoa, like this song is out, it's living, and people fuck with it, which is real dope. He's really cool. It was like meeting one of my influences, which is dope, even though I sing. He's awesome. Like, he's real cool. He's a good dude. And he was super nice. Like, he was telling me just how much he fucked with my music. And, obviously, I was telling him how much I fuck with his music. And hopefully one day we meet up again and then we work. I feel like that would be crazy dope. It would be interesting to see what would happen if we were in the studio together. Yeah, Kendrick. I can name my favorite song off of this off bat, ADHD by far. By far, ADHD is my favorite record off of Section 80 because it was actually one of the first songs that I got introduced to Kendrick. Just like, fuck that. Like, that part is just so fire. Like, oh, this is crazy. When did this come out? How long ago did this come out? Like, think about how much he grew in like literally 6 to 7 years. Now he's on top of the world. Like, I always look at artists like that and I think about myself. I'm like, I wonder where I'm gonna be in 6 to 7 years. Hopefully super successful. Love is definitely warm. Like, for me, I'm super pro love. I'm all about passing love with whatever I do. Even though a lot of my music is definitely sad, it all deals with just the foundation of just love. Like, we find love within everything. Like, I love music. I love performing. I love my friends. It's just that warm feeling that you get, when you're satisfied, pretty much. It's like, I don't not love a lot of things because I feel like, once you spread love, once you give love, like, it could just make somebody's day. It makes them so much more happier. Why spend time hating on everything when you can spend time appreciating things and learning to love certain things? Like, I love nature. It's a feeling that I get when I walk out and I see a tree. I'm like, wow, like that tree's living. Just that form of appreciation definitely has to do with love. Love is within all of us. We all have love. Even if we feel like we don't, we all have love. My message to the youth, stay persistent, stay motivated, and don't give up. I'm telling you, like, if I would have given up the day before I wrote Location, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair, I wouldn't be in Montreal, I wouldn't be exploring the world. You know, don't listen to negativity, don't listen to what people tell you about yourself. If you believe in yourself, if you love yourself, if you learn to love yourself, you can conquer anything, any feat. You know, I learned to love myself through my love of music, and now I'm living my dream and I'm doing everything I ever wanted to do. So yeah, I guess that's it pretty much. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys.
MONTREALITY show.
My favorite is probably anxiety, where I'm rapping from the perspective of anxiety. I'm gonna get up in your mind right now, make you feel like dying right now. You know, I had to make a decision to get in them like an incision, cause I'ma hit them and get a living. They wonder what I'm giving, I'ma never giving. I gotta let everybody know I'm in their mind right now. I think my verse on anxiety meant so much to me